So one of the questions I often get asked is, what is the process for getting my house listed? I get a phone call and Mr. and Mrs. Smith phone me up and they say, hey, Brian, we're interested in getting our house on the market and get it sold. What's the process? Can you help us out? And so the first step in that process is we set up an appointment. I come over to their house, we take a tour of the house, and then we sit down and just have a really relaxed conversation, a little bit about the house and about what their expectations are. And then we dive into what does Sotheby's do, what does Brian Danielou do that helps them get their house sold for top dollar. And then I leave. And so what I'm doing is I go away and I put together a very comprehensive written market evaluation with comparable properties that have sold in the neighborhood. You know, what's going on in the market? Are we going up? Are we going down? And then I come back and we sit down and we have a second meeting. And so we go through that pricing. I explain how I got to my pricing with examples of here's what I think, here's why I think it. And so then we compare notes about what their expectations are, and then we come up with a price. Once we've got that done, the next step in the process is I go away and I come back and we sit down at the table and we sign the listing contract. And so within the listing contract process, there's forms to sign for FinTrack. There's a bunch of disclosure forms that need to be signed, working with a realtor, things like that. Then we sign the listing contract, we pick a date to go live. And so what day is it going to go live on MLS and on all the websites that Sotheby's provides and that I provide? And then we get the media work done. So the media team comes in who are amazing, and we do the photography, the videography, the floor plans, all that jazz. When everything's ready to go, then we pick a live date and we go live. And so I'll never put a listing live until absolutely every piece of the puzzle is in place and ready to go. There's nothing worse than seeing a property come live on MLS and there's no photography. You know, there's a narrative that needs to be done, and I like to bounce that narrative off my clients to make sure that they're happy with what it says. And then, like I said, once everything's ready to go, off we go.